Taking those deep breaths. Setting back, tuning into yourself. Let the information take you to where you want to be. Making conscious self-care moves. Thank you for dancing and breathing with me today. Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. That's right, family. We got to rock the world. Making those conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation is essential for self-success. Taking those deep breaths. Moving that body, taking the time to tune into yourself during this hour.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the streets with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. I'm gonna make that change. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize
There are some with no home, without a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone?
changes ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Try to get it right while you got the time, 'cause when you close your heart, you close your mind. Na 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 na. Make that change. Oh yeah. Change.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining me again on the Friendship Train. Yes, we're making conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view. It's essential for self-success. And I did say view. Right in the moment of you doing something, talking to someone, sharing with someone, even your own thoughts, thinking. Thoughts become things, so we got to choose the good ones. So if you can hear yourself before you speak it out, you can be assured maybe if you really want to say it. So we sit back on this friendship train ride and we tune into ourselves and we take a look at how we're processing things and how we're living our life, and if we're being true to ourselves to create the world that we want to see. Not the big picture of the world, but our world within the world that we want to see. And on this train ride, we take those deep, deep breaths that we should be taking every hour of the day in our daily life. Love is all there is, and it starts with self-love. We don't talk about disease care. We talk about creating cellular malfunctions and how we should correct them. And say, never be sick again. Sick is associated with you not being able to understand what is happening to your body and take care of it. That's why on this train ride, we're understanding and learning the laws of health, how we should apply them, and when we should apply what to our health. No one has to be a medical doctor to understand anatomy, physiology, pathology, and what's going on with their bodies. We should all learn this as young adults in life. That's what life is all about, understanding how the body works and what we need to do to keep it in tune, to keep it in check. Every situation you see does not have to be your reality. And that is what someone else wants you to see and what someone else is saying that you are going to go through. Truly, family, community, and friends, we must take the time to understand what we are doing, what we are saying, how we are applying it, where we getting our information from. And this is something that we should hold on to. Or should we spread our wings and realize our dream and fly high as an eagle? You don't have to learn everything or understand everything, because once you allow basic information, the functioning of cells and what's going on with your body, you'll be better for it. That's why I'm sharing with you the science of lymphology. What they want to take away, like they take away our lymph nodes and our ability for our body to purify itself. The same way they did when they had everybody mask up 24 hours a day. Really, truly, they wanted you to mask up. And what did that do? It allowed for no oxygen to really come in. We are thankful for the trees. The trees give us our oxygen. We give trees its life by breathing out carbon dioxide. But we kept that within our own bodies when we kept those masks on for so long.
people understand basic information, definitely about the breath and breathing and what you should do. I think they reached a point where they wanted to reach the point where they wanted to turn it into a given, a given shot or pill. Now the pills are ready to make it annually, making people think that these pills are helping them. But we understand and we should know today that medicine, pill, vaccines, is not the answer. It truly isn't. It stagnates the body, just like our bodies get into a stagnated state and create that pond that we're sharing with you. You know, it's the same way I got a pond in my eye right now, having problems seeing out of this eye, looking at a way to correct it, connecting the brain, the whole body together. And someone said to me, Karen, Dr. K, you only talk about the lymphatic system. Well, what about the glymphatic system? And they're talking about the lymphatic system in the brain. So they gave it another name. You know, they knew about the lymphatic system being throughout the body many years ago. Many years ago. And they just began to talk about the lymphatic system of the brain maybe about 10 years ago, I would say now, and pumping that up. It's always been the problem. I mean, my younger brother, Kevin, was born with what they call water on the brain. It's the same thing now. You know, and they were testing back then because they gave my mother some kind of pill that made her child come out with water on the brain. They wanted to figure out and find out what's going on. So they do those things through medicine. They may tell you they're doing one thing, but they're actually doing another thing, because you don't have any rights. Once you put yourself in that system, once you connect to a doctor and you're going to them, they really had to say so. And they can tell you anything that they want to. And you can tell them specific things that you don't want to happen. They will ignore all of that because you have now given them the right to control what happens to your body. That's how come we must be careful when we connect our life and our body with a doctor and the medical system that has to follow rules and regulations in order to keep their license. They can't use their intelligence and understanding about life as they went through life and learning and say, well, we're not going to do this anymore. Well, if you're not going to do this, you're going to lose your license. I was once told, and I truly accept the fact that there are more doctors that commit suicide while they in medical school. Once they get out of medical school, they are so stressed they have to do things that they don't want to do just to keep their license. So a lot of doctors now, they want to keep their license so they become functional medicine doctors, but on that tick, they still must submit and give medications till you go to the hospital. Make you think that naturally understanding what's happened to your body is not working. Let's sit back and let's take a deep breath and let's start realizing the truth about how to care for the human body, that it comes to you. Care for your thoughts, care for your actions, care for your life, family, and community and friends. Trusting in the universal laws of life is trusting in yourself. You see, his words, the words, is heard in your actions, not your reaction. Take the time for self-observation. That's why I say make conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. Take the time for self-observation. Energy never lies. Improving your emotional intelligence is beneficial for your health and mental wellness. We get so upset, we get ourselves all stressed out, and as I shared with you on last week's show, 1117, stress right up there at the top before you get to all the other factors. So go back and listen to that show, because I'm going to finish talking about why is it called speed healing, a lesson from the science of lymphology by the International Academy of Lymphology. There's 7 lessons that I'm going to share with you. And yes, I appreciate you telling me, Karen, Dr. K, you should complete a lesson. We get so we're listening, and then you will go to a point, and then you will stop and say, I'm going to pick up this next week. It would be better if we heard a lesson completely, and I agree with that. And so as I finish up speed healing, when I go back and start doing more lessons, I will complete the whole lesson. And thank you for sharing that back with me. Okay, sometimes I think I'm in school and we'll start a lesson, then we come back next week and pick it up. But we're on a radio show, and people want to actually hear that. But always remember to go to my YouTube channel, K Davis F. I'm going to pick up, for the most part, where I left off on a recording, or if it's going to be a whole brand new show and topic. And I thank you so much for coming aboard the Friendship Train, listening, reaching out to me, talking back to me, letting me know how things are going. And yes, April is designated as Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month, with April 30th being Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. Every year we do a show, April 30th. We have a panel. We have guests come on. We started doing a panel at the end of the year end. What's on your mind, what you're thinking, with our guests on a panel to bring it all together. And I know this year, when we do it, that there's a lot that they're going to have to say, definitely about how they treated our babies, our children, 5 to 12 years old, and what happened to them during this time of giving them that shot. And I'm looking forward to that conversation. So it's about emancipating yourself from medical mental slavery. Stop following what they say. Understand for yourself and learn. Sit back and take a breath. We in the show. Energy just drove me this way. I wanted to finish some things. This recording right now, which is live to me, we are already 10 minutes in. So let me see as I complete and share some things with you. It always starts with you. Take real good care of yourself. We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today, and today is now, and now at the moment is all there is. Love, laws of vibrational energy. We are vibrational beings first. We are energetic beings first. Taking that deep breath, tuning into ourselves. This is a time for vigorous and positive actions. Now is the time to make conscious self-health care moves by learning more about how to properly care for your body, the body that you live in on planet Earth. Energy, your energy flows constantly. The moment your heart is truly open to the universe with love, never underestimate the power of the universe. Y'all know that I am a Nest healthcare practitioner. Nest Health, the invisible made visible. You truly get to see what is going on with the energetic vibration of your organs, your cells, when you do a Nest scan. And that's why we offer you a Nest scan for free. Just visit my websites, consciousselfcare.com or energyforlife/P/my name, Karen Davis-Foulks. That's Foulks. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Like the choice I had to make in the hospital, because I had the cellular malfunction that they call a stroke. And so the doctors wanted to tell me I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to follow that, I need to take this drug, I need to do this. And because I didn't do that, and at the time I was living in my car, so I really wasn't ready to go right then. They felt that I was depressed. They felt that I was unstable in my conscious thinking. No. People don't have to be that way. There are many, many people now going through things that are not able to maintain their home. So they're doing the best they can do. That doesn't mean anything is wrong with them, because maybe they choose not to go live with a family member or something like that. They choose to work their way through. There's a difference between being homeless, not by choice, and there's a difference where people just decide they want to live in the street and they want to beg. It's a big difference. There's a lot of people that are homeless, not due to the fact that they're not working, not have the money. It's the rate of how high rent is and what is going on. And that's why we should be willing as a family now to help, to share, to help someone move up and not talk about them and talk bad about them like they don't know what they're doing. Everybody goes through challenges sometimes. Sometimes they can make it on their own, and sometimes they need the help from someone else just for a moment. You should know the difference, and we should honor that. Take a deep breath, relax, think about the things that you need to think about as I share with you information to help you help your body be in a better balanced state. Bruce Lipton, great doctor, he actually said, a researcher said, DNA does not control biology, and the nucleus itself is not the brain of the cell. Just like you and me, cells are shaped by where they live. In other words, it's the environment. We know that. In certain environments we thrive, in other environments we don't. It's what we put ourselves through. I chose not to put myself through a lot trying to fit in other people's environment. That's why I decided to live in my car until I could find an affordable place to live. And then the stroke happened. I was invited in to a family member's home, but I didn't want to put them through the challenge of what I had to go through. Take a deep breath, relax, make your choices, and honor who you are. And know stress is number one, and that's what they know in the world of medicine. And that's why they put us through all of this and created all of this chaos, because they needed to grasp hold of you. Because so many people are learning and understanding, and the doctors are not under their thumb. And even though they spent a lot of money and went through school, some of them are just letting go. They don't care. Take the thing. They still have the information. And that's why we say information is power. You have the information, you know what you can do, and they start their own healthcare centers, taking that knowledge, doing what they need to do, and sharing the truth. And then they're not under nobody's thumb. Nobody's controlling them, saying what they have to do and have to speak. Again, the suicide rate is high with medical doctors. And a lot of doctors are going through a lot right now because they do not want to say or give that jab to people, and especially to children. The ultimate stress buster, we must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies, to bless those who curse you, to do good to those who hate you, and, if possible, to pray for those who persecute you and despitefully use you. People would do that. They would use you for their benefit and think that it's okay. It is never okay to use someone, a situation, or understanding to benefit you. We always have to reap what we sow, and that is so true, family. It's going to come back on you. So let go of the mental attitude associated with stress. Whatever they are. Some say worry, fear, anger, loss of temperament, holding grudges, resentment, being mad, being angry, being upset. We have to let go of those things unless we use them in the right perspective. Because anger is a good thing. To let out these emotions, to let out these feelings, to honor them, and don't let them take a hold of you and make you sick within. We must love ourselves enough to love our enemies if we are to have peace. And that's why you hear me say, I'm in love with myself. I want you to be in love with yourself. That's why no matter what I go through, no matter what I see, what somebody else's do, I must accept it, bring it into my mind and my heart and my soul. And I don't. I love myself. I love myself enough to listen to what you say and not absorb it within me. If it's not for me, I don't accept it. You know, and I'm not blind, and neither are average people. Yeah, there may be some people that need to hear some things, but then there's a certain way that people must say that and reflect that to somebody, and not say that you're this and you're that and bring them down to bring them up. Okay? That's not a good thing. So if we will truly make an effort to do this, it will help establish peace and harmony in your life and in the lives of others. within your family. So on this train ride, on this show, and what I do, I share the laws of health. It's also the laws of peace. Because if you're not within peace with yourself, knowing the laws of health is not going to help you, okay? And when you're feeling good, you're at peace. So they kind of work together. To have a truly healthy body, you must learn to live in peace with the information, with what people are sharing, what people are doing, and how they are acting. So we are now over 19 minutes into the show, and then you hear my beginning, which is so great. I love that song, talking to the man in the mirror. Mostly when I'm sharing, talking to myself, sharing out what I'm going through, how I'm perceiving it, how I'm correcting it, and how I'm moving through it. So talk to the man in the mirror, talk to yourself on this train ride, and understand how you truly feel while you're taking your deep breaths, supporting that all-important purification system, the lymphatic system, because every area of your body must be purified in order for cells to hear, to receive, to understand, to do their job. It can't be in a flood. You know that pond that we talk about. It can't be in a pond because it cannot hear and the cells cannot function and cells will internally drown. That's why I'm sharing with you, and that's what I shared with you last week. So I'm going to finish this first part of finishing up why it's called speed healing. The last show we talked about, have you ever wondered why we die without oxygen? Did you know that most pain is associated with lack of oxygen? When you're having pain, when you're having discomfort, there's not enough oxygen in that area, the cells are drowning. Why do I need to know all this stuff so that you can become your own wellness doctor and understand what's happening to your body? We talked about the very and crucial understanding of how we get into that state. What are these blood proteins you keep talking about that leaves the bloodstream, that pull the water down, that create the pond where the cells can receive the nutrients, the vibration, understanding the communication? Basic information made easy for us to understand how to take care of our life, our human body, and what's going on, and why you can die within 24 hours without knowing this information. Only the lymphatic vessels can pull that water out, and we have blood vessels and we have lymphatic vessels, and we learn how one is on top and one is on the bottom, the cells is in the middle, and how we get into that state. So take your deep breaths. I'm going to finish up this article, and hopefully I will have time to share a little bit more and finish the talk on everything vibrates and nothing rests. What are lymphatic vessels? As important as the lymphatic vessels are, there are only a handful of people in the entire world that know lymphatic vessels exist. But now everybody's beginning to talk about them because the truth has been revealed and the veil has been lifted, and that's a good thing. But they still don't put it in your hands like we're doing here. We're putting it in your hands to understand. Lymph nodes are only a small part of the vital function the lymphatic system performs. Lymphatic vessels have little branches that reach up between the cells. Their main purpose is to pull out all the dead cells, poisons, excess blood proteins, and water from around the cells to keep them in what is called the dry state, so the cells can get oxygen. In the dry state, there is no pain or disease. You can look at the diagram that I talked about last week in your mind and visualize those tiny branches from the lymphatic vessels reaching between the cells. Think of them like a big vacuum cleaner sucking oxygen into the cells. Dr. Myerson and Dr. Guyton proved that the cells have to be in a dry state to get oxygen from the bloodstream. The research reveals blood proteins and water around the cells will produce lack of oxygen at the cell level and cause death, pain, and all the many diseases that they say that we have, which we now know and use the term. They are cellular malfunction. Cells are not getting what they need to do their job. Okay? So with this knowledge, several other mysteries still remain to be unrevealed. There is not a college, university, or medical school in the United States teaching the life-saving discoveries that reveal how important lymphatic vessels are and what they do to ensure the cells and get oxygen from the bloodstream. And that's why they tied everything into the immune system. You hear immune. That means everything is gonna, once you work with that, everything is gonna be okay. Do you know that the FDA and those organizations going on with what they're doing with this pandemic and this virus that they're talking about, they actually changed the name from immune to protection. They know you don't get immunity from their vaccines and from their drugs. They changed to protection because you could be protected or you could not be protected. Ask any woman that said the man put on a rubber and the rubber bust, and what happened? They got pregnant. So what is protection? And how much is protection? I tell you, it's a state of consciousness, family. We got to understand what's going on and what they're really saying to us. And actually, if you would take the time and listen to the words and listen to what they say, and don't be so excited, oh, we're going to get this, or we're going to get that, or you're going to have that. Listen to the words. Most people don't even know that they changed from immunity to protection. You don't have protection. No, from a vaccine, we know the outcome. We know the outcome of vaccine and of drugs and everything. It's like a placebo. You believe it, and then it may happen because that's your belief. It had nothing to do with anything else. The other stuff is still causing the problems. Family, sit back, tune into yourself, and relax. There is no college, university, or medical school in the United States teaching the life-saving discoveries that reveal how important lymphatic vessels are and what they do to ensure cells get oxygen from the bloodstream. Now, Dr. West, the founder of the International Academy of Lymphology, where I took my training from, and the person that I work with directly, in doing research, discovered top surgeons who knew nothing about the lymphatic vessels. How can you find the solution to a problem if you do not look at the primary cause and the process that made it happen? You can't. It is said that the order of the day is to the treatment of the symptoms of disease and not prevention and research of the primary care. And everybody use that word prevention now. Pay attention. Why? The answers to these questions put a lot of people making money on disease out of business, and that's what we're talking about. There are many wonderful people in the medical profession who truly care, and there are times when everyone should be grateful for their knowledge in time of crisis. The dream for our society is that someday all fields of therapies will cooperate and share knowledge for the best solution for the people who are suffering. It would be fair to say that often a medical doctor makes diagnosis of their condition or of your conditions and prescribe a drug to treat your symptoms. A surgeon may cut out a part of your body, but the problem that caused the part of your body to become diseased is likely still there. That's why people lose organs and still go through same things or even more. All of the healing arts involve getting oxygen to the cells. It has taken 37 years to unravel mysteries and discovery powerful ways to activate the lymphatic vessel. The speed healing course that I'm going to share with you goes into great detail on what you can do mentally, nutritionally, and physically to keep the blood protein circulating in the body so it is possible to heal. Join the Lymphatic Wellness Group on Facebook. Lymphatic Wellness Group on Facebook. I post information, I post things for you, and you can get that book and become your own wellness doctor, understanding the power of the lymphatic system. And don't let people talk about the immune system is over the lymphatic system. It's the purification system of the body. It purifies every system in the body. Because why? It helps purify the organs. Take a deep breath. Wow, 28 minutes into the show. Yes, we are. Okay, I'm going to end with this as ending this lesson. Electrical paddles. Let's understand this process. When your heart stops beating in the hospital, a common procedure is to charge you with electrical paddles. The electrical paddles stimulate your lymphatic vessels. They pull out the dead cells, blood proteins, and water, and oxygen gets to your cells, and people come from death to life. Isn't that amazing? Well, it cannot be that simple, can it? There is more to learn on why this happens, but without understanding that all the lymphatic vessels can remove the blood proteins and water around the cells, you have missed a key step in the healing process. The people who made the first Frankenstein movie may have known something about how electric energy plays a role in life, death, and disease. For the first time in recorded history, it is possible to know what must happen to prevent and, if possible, reverse disease with this knowledge. All the healing arts involve getting oxygen to the cells so the healing process can begin. The key is to stop the inflow of blood proteins and water and keep the cells in the dry state long enough so it is possible to heal. Well, hopefully you found this lesson informative and are looking forward to the remaining lessons. You will have completed this mini educational series before you know. Understanding people, accepting and following it is the best things that we can do for ourselves. Thank you for coming aboard the Friendship Train, learning about the wellness process, the lymphatic system, and your responsibility. Peace, love, and understanding. I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. Thank you for coming aboard the Friendship Train, listening to our commercials, stepping up and using our products, and thank you very much for sharing this broadcast with a friend. Peace, love, and health. Take a deep, deep breath and relax, family. You got this. You got this.
Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain, not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4celllife.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and Nest healthcare provider. sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the word sell, CELLLIFE.com. Hey, we gotta help one another.
I pray that those commercials inspire you to become your own wellness doctor, to step up to quantum health and healing, and to align yourself with infoceuticals, information medicine, through the Nest Health Wellness Scan that I offer you, the voice scan and the actual scan of the human body field. We're going to finish with everything vibrates and nothing rests. There is a natural law that is called the law of vibration. It is a natural law because it is something that happens in nature without a need for machines or people to make it work. It simply exists on this planet and throughout the whole universe. The law of vibration explains the difference between the physical and the non-physical. It explains the difference between the things that you can see and the things that you cannot see. It also explains the difference between mind and matter. The law of vibration explains that everything vibrates and nothing rests. Everything is energy. Our body is electrical, and every organ has its own frequency. Quantum physics suggests that we are part of a great and vibrating universe. Thought is one of the strongest forms of vibration and therefore very powerful. If we are going to change our mindset, our health, our life, it must be based on new programming, or we will fail in our efforts to change. In the Bible, in Genesis 1:29, we find the truth concerning what God designed our physical bodies to be nourished with. So, any change in our eating habits that are going to be successful and permanent must be based on this truth, and can only take place by the reprogramming a paradigm shift of thinking. Fortunately, the Bible tells us how to accomplish this reprogramming in Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If we are going to be successful in changing our thinking, our eating habits, and our lifestyle, we must spend time in every day exposing our mind to information that is in keeping with the diet and lifestyle change that we are earnestly desire to make. There must be a definite commitment to our intention. Then you must put all your attention on this commitment if you are going to manifest it into your life. You must have the expectation that things you want most will happen. When you consider renewing your mind, you will awaken within you your ability to contribute to your own healing process. Be the co-creator that you were designed to be. There is no new knowledge. All is ancient and infinite. For us to become whole and healthy, we must balance the body, mind, and spirit. We need to have positive mental attitude about ourselves, others, and about life. The world you live in is make-believe. The world you see with the third eye is captured by the Creator's eye. And this world is beautiful and wonderful. The soul of the earth needs nothing for it to grow something. Life, it just needs to be. It distinctly knows what to do. Family, community, and friends, I tell you, and so do you. Plant the seed of positive thoughts. Think solution thoughts, and your life will unfold as the universe has planned. God, the universe, has also given us dominion over our own consciousness, the way we think, the ideas we accept or reject. I believe that a single thought electrified with conviction and feeling and held consistently and persistently in mind has the creative power to actually materialize in one's life. There is a definite relationship between thought of man and the conditions in his body. The body is moved by mind. All the conditions of the body are brought about by the mind. The life force created man in his image, in the image of perfect health. We make living cells through the imagining power of thought. We nourish a good thing by thinking how good it is. Taking one of our health education courses, workshops, or seminar is an excellent way to begin to gain a greater understanding of your role in your health and lifestyle choices. Knowing and applying the laws of health is the key to living a long and healthy life with quality living. We seldom sit down and question our beliefs. So stop for a moment. Catch your thoughts. What are you thinking right now? If thoughts shape our life and experiences, will you want this thought to become true for you? If it is a thought of worry or anger or hurt or revenge or sickness or lack or limitation, how do you think this thought will come back to you? If we want a joyous, disease-free life, we must think joyous and healthy thoughts. You cannot think good thoughts for you and negative thoughts for someone else, and expect that you will create good things in your life. You must want for others what you want for yourself. Take a little time to listen to the words you say. If you hear yourself saying something 3 times, write it down. It has become a pattern for you. To break the pattern, you must change the thought. At the end of a week, look at the list you have made, and you will see how your words fit your experience. Be willing to change your thoughts and words and watch your life change. The way to control your life is to control your choice of thoughts and words. No one thinks in your mind or can speak the I am for you but you. You are the individualized expression of God and is ever one with His perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. You have created your life and the circumstances that are present in your life, good or bad, happy or sad, healthy or unhealthy. You do not believe me? Come and view. Or go watch 3 great movies. What the bleep do you know? The Secret and The Living Matrix. Very powerful videos to help you see that you can become and that you are your own wellness doctor, stepping up out of the dark ages of disease care and leaping into quantum health care. Come and learn secrets that has traveled through centuries to reach you, to show you how to get what you want, what you really want. When you apply the understanding that you and you alone control your thinking, and that your thinking has manifested as the reality of what you are experiencing right now. The law of cause and effect. As we think, so we are. This is the spiritual law of cause and effect. Our dominant thoughts take form in our lives. If we don't like the effects, we can change what is causing them, our thoughts. Generally speaking, positive thoughts cause positive effects. Negative thoughts cause negative effects. Let's seize the day, then, and every now opportunity to change our thinking and our lives as we want them to be. So family, community, and friends, all listening to this train ride show, begin now, this very moment. Yes, I said now. this very moment. We begin right where we are with God, the universe, in whom everything is possible. Rather than choosing thoughts aligned with our own human egos or a worldly or material consciousness, choose thoughts aligned with God and spiritual consciousness. Choose positive, uplifting thoughts of truth, not negative, draining thoughts we know are false. By releasing false ideas, error thinking, we talked about that error thinking, we actually make room for new blessings and opportunities to emerge in our lives. Family, community, and friends, remember, our thoughts are powerful, and our will is even more powerful as you begin to transform your thinking. Do not do as I did and try to force life through the power of will. When things keep coming and going in my life and did not stay with stability, I asked why, and I was told, stop forcing life. You cannot force a situation to be the way that you want it to be because you cannot maintain it. Know with assurance. Health and breath to breathe freely is the miracle of being a human being. A medicine woman's prayer. I will not rescue you, for you are not powerless. I will not fix you, for you are not broken. I will not heal you, for I see you in your wholeness. I will walk with you through the darkness as you remember you are light, just like the photon beams that come from each cell and connect with the universal vibration of who you are. Family and friends, it's time to love yourself, step up out of the dark ages of disease care, and become your own wellness doctor. Connect with me and do the Nest scan. Connect with me and do the just left my mind, the Max Pulse exam, so you can understand what's going on with your body the way doctors see it. Take a deep breath, relax through the week, tune into yourself, and release anything that is not supporting you to be the best that you can be on planet Earth. And thank you so much for coming aboard the friendship train and sharing this train ride with a friend. I am so blessed to be able to do this show every Wellness Wednesday, and sometimes it's Wisdom Wellness Wednesday. Knowing and trusting the ancestral energy of life, of comedic energy, and knowing the truth will set you free. Freedom is all there is. Stepping up to conscious self-health care and becoming your own wellness doctor is the key to maintaining a healthy body, mind, and spirit. Let's all work together as one. We got this individually and collectively. We have this. Take a deep breath through the week. Support your lymphatic system in every way you can. And remember, immunity is created through you, your states of consciousness, and what you do. Immunity is not found in the pill, and the best protection is the protection that you give yourself by staying your own wellness doctor. I love you all. Thank you for sharing with me, connecting with me, and talking with me. Peace, love, health, vibration of goodness, and oneness. We are all in this together because love is all there is. Honoring the laws of vibrational energy. Once again, I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, supporting you in the non-circular science of medicine. I am not and do not choose to be a medical doctor. Sharing with you from that Western system that breaks everything down and pulls you away from the truth of who you really are. Smile, deep breathe, give your power to no one, and let no one stress you out. And breathe, baby. Breathe, baby. Breathe. Greetings, everyone. Are you still taking care of your human body field cellular malfunctions from an outdated healthcare system?
Why not shift out of chronic disease care, stress, pharmaceuticals, vaccines, and surgery, and step up to energetics, epigenetics, and quantum health and healing with me? Step up and take control of your health journey. I offer you one free human body field voice scan from your computer or phone. Instant access to your scan results and more free quantum health information. For more details, visit ConsciousSelfCare.com. ConsciousSelf care.com, or call Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, 202-248-7749. Yes, it's time to be your own wellness doctor.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-healthcare. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.